you can see today, we have a Better Homes and Gardens magazine. It is from October of 2021, and it is water damaged, meaning its pages have become crinkly after exposure to water. So I thought it would be nice to make some crinkly sounds with the magazine and flip through a few pages of crafts and garden advice. What do you think? I've marked out a few pages that I think you'll like, so we'll start with the first one. You may notice that a page has a yellow piece of lined paper over it, and that's because I'm not here to advertise to you those blocking advertisements. So without further ado, let's get started. That was a lovely crinkle on the page turn. Let's do that again. So this page says, a trip to the orchard. I'm going to read it. It says, for many of us, the season isn't complete without a day at the apple orchard. Follow our lead to pick, process, and enjoy the freshest haul of the fall. Look at, there's 3 apples here. 1 is Red Delicious, 2 is Jonah Gold, and 3 is Brayburn. 3 apples. Apple varieties. All apples are worthy of our seasonal adoration, but the flavors and textures of various types make them best suited for particular uses. This says for snacking. Known for their crisp texture and juiciness, Fuji, Brayburn, Jazz, Honeycrisp, Cameo, and Cosmic Crisp. Those apples are best for snacking according to Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Your girl likes a good old Macintosh for snacking personally. Straight from the tree. For baking, firm tart varieties keep their texture and flavor. So that's Granny Smith, Rome, Jonathan, Northern Spy, and Winesap. For making applesauce, sweet flavors, soft textures, Gala, Macintosh, Golden Delicious, Red Delicious, and Lodi. For stockpiling, thick skins and firm flesh, York, Northern Spy, Fuji, Brayburn, Winesap, Cortland, and Granny Smith. I love a Cortland apple. Storage notes. Apples like cooler temps. Store them between 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 40 degrees Fahrenheit in your fridge or an unfurnished basement for 1 to 2 months. Wrap apples loosely in paper or plastic, not resealable bags, for air circulation. Good to know. Apple math. 1/2 bushel is 24 pounds. bushel, which is 12 pounds and 30-ish apples. And a pound is approximately 3 cups of cored sliced apples. Tips for picks. Many orchards have calendars to keep you posted on the varieties they grow and what's hot for the taking any given week. Apples ripen from the outer branches on the tree toward the trunk. The best pickers know to pluck an apple, grab it delicately with your whole hand, and twist the apple upward to pull it off the branch. Place the apple gently into your container instead of dropping it in to prevent bruising. Leave behind apples with bruises, blemishes, or outward signs of decay. Avoid apples on the ground. We all know apples on the ground are good for other things like wildlife. That does it for this page. Let's move on to our next page. Here we have some gardening stuff. I love the sound of crinkling pages. Ever since I was a little kid, I would crease the spines of the magazines. I was an absolute terror to my mother's magazines as a child. There's something about the crackling of a magazine that's just so satisfying. And I'm not sure if it's because, in a way, it kind of sounds like a fire or like a crackling campfire. Or if it's just goes along with the smishing down of the page, which is ever so satisfying. This page says ground cover sedum. These are all sedum plants. Sedum. These water-wise perennials form a colorful carpet in the garden and flourish even in tough conditions. I have some autumn joy sedum in my garden, which was a gift from a friend. Let's read. It says, the world of sedum is vast, with hundreds of varieties in different sizes and colors. But the short ground cover versions of the succulent-leafed plant are particularly good problem solvers in the garden. Quick spreaders, they can be used to fill bare spots in a flower bed, suppressing weeds in the process. They also work well as trailers along the edge of a pot or in a rock garden, where they wind gracefully around the stones. Wind gracefully around the stones. Wherever you plant them, these hardy, drought-tolerant plants will ask very little of you. And here they list out the different types of sedum that are pictured. So we will go one by one. Number one in the corner here is Lidoca's pink flowers open in fall. Number two is Vera Jameson. On the taller side, it reaches 8 to 12 inches. Number three, this is Beauty in the middle, called Atlantis. Yellow flowers bloom in the summer. pretty container edger with frilly leaves. And there are the frilly leaves right there. Number 5 is firecracker. It says it spreads especially quickly. That's my cat in the background being himself. He's a giant orange cat. I call him my house tiger, and he sounds like one right now. My dogs are both tucked safely in the bedroom, so they won't make their barking and howling while I'm making this video. But they are happy there. 6. Little Miss Sunshine. I love that movie. Have you seen that movie? Little Miss Sunshine. It's a good movie. It says abundant yellow flowers in summer. Little Miss Sunshine. And the last one is 7. Right here, blue spruce. It does kind of look like a blue spruce. It says it can grow in part shade. Down here it says Sedum 411. Can you see that? It says Sedum 411. What you should know before you plant. Full sun. Although blue spruce, as we learned, can grow in part shade. Light to moderate watering. Well-draining soil. 4 to 12 inches tall and good for zones 3 to 9. The little caption here on the photo says, many sedum leaves change color through the seasons from bright green in summer to reddish hues in fall. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our next page, but let me just find it first. Yes. Here we go. I will remove the piece of yellow paper. This is a beautiful spread section called Natural Beauties, and it is about crafting organic looking decor out of paper, natural materials. This says decorate for fall with displays that improve on nature. Pick up a few materials at the craft store and on your next walk. Then melt them for one-of-a-kind looks designed to last. And here you can see this plate decoration is a twig. And to the twig has been attached little paper acorns, and they tied on a paper leaf that's been painted with somebody's name. I'm not going to read these, I'm just going to comment on them. But if you're interested, I believe the directions are all on the Better Homes and Gardens website on how to make them. Now, like I said, this is from October. So we're seeing a lot of fall themes here. And what are fall themes in decor and nature? Well, we know that's colored leaves. Where I live in New England, we are famous for our colored leaves in the fall. Of course, these are made out of painted paper. We have some twigs, branches. There are logs, pieces of logs. Looks like maybe somebody took from good It's quite beautiful. Do you like the sound of the page turning? I was watching an ASMR video years ago. I've been watching ASMR for over a decade. And if I can find this video, I'll include it in a link. This guy was going through a children's toy magazine catalog. Because the pages were very crinkly, and at one point he just kind of did that. And I just loved the sound of the layered crinkling. Okay, meet David Stark. No thanks. Alright, so these are squash. I love these because they look like geese. Can you see it? Do you think that looks like geese? Like a goose? I think it does. There's the neck. There's the body. And it appears this artwork is made out of paper and acorns. Paper leaves and acorns. With some natural element in the middle. And then framed. I believe these are the last two pages of the section. Yes. So this page shows us different squash, apple, and I'm assuming that's also a squash, but it could be a pear if you wanted to make it a small pear. Or this. That's a pear. Made out of paper, all of it, and painted watercolors, or I suppose you could do so with acrylic paint, or anything else really that you could imagine. And then have some twigs attached. It's cute. This page just has some crochet. I'm never sure how to say cloche. The glass domes. And they all different things. So let's look at what they have. This one is corn. Dried corn. This one has another one of the paper fruit. This one has mini pumpkins. Here we have a couple of beautiful feathers. Chicken feathers. I want to say these are chicken feathers. I suppose I could be wrong about that, but they look like chicken feathers to me. A pumpkin. Mushrooms made of paper. Seed pods that are empty. And here we have some branches in and out of the glass dome. A dried sunflower head, some berries.